Coming up on today's episode.
Good morning, YouTube. Here with you at the the Teeny Martini Bar in St. Augustine, Florida. Now, this is a mostly live view. Obviously, the feed is not the best because it keeps locking up. But this is what other people are dealing with this morning. Obviously, there's been another storm in the area. And for those that may recall, this is always usually a busy thoroughfare here in Florida. The street there, I don't know if you can tell where the street is between the lamp posts on each side of it. Obviously, the people there walking are on the sidewalk. And I don't know if the business itself is open. I see the fans blowing once in a while, but I think that's just the wind blowing those. And I believe probably the business, it may be open, you never can tell, but bars generally, bars are a necessary thing, and especially in times like this. People tend to drink when they can't do anything else. So I am sitting in my chair eating my noodles this morning, beef noodles as a matter of fact, and I thought what we would do is take a look at some stuff going on and just see what's happening out there in the big bad world. Obviously, this feed here is not going to be the best to watch because of the constant problems with it. So I may be switching from different to different places as I have been known to do. All right, this is a slightly different, obviously this is the boardwalk in Hollywood Beach, I believe Florida, maybe California, I'm not really sure. Hollywood Beach, Florida, okay, there you go. But that's what this is, and this seems to be a lot better, seem to be a lot better off than the people in St. Augustine, so... but even they seem to be dealing with a little bit of a problem there, obviously. But so, like I say, that's what Florida looks like today. I'm going to switch to Chicago. I like to see what Chicago is up to in this time of the year. So let me switch that real quick, and we'll be right back. All right, we are now Chicago at Midway Airport, and there you can see a plane flying up out of the airport. And so I started to say before I'm eating my noodles this morning, and I thought I would do a little flapping. Actually, I did this before. I did a whole flap on this airport, and it was very boring until the end when they started moving the cameras around to follow the planes. But I started looking around the other streams, and came up with that one in St. Augustine. I really didn't expect that. I didn't know the storms were that bad down there, but apparently they are. So, like I said, this stream here, I don't know if it's, even having problems with this. Part of this problem I'm having is with the Xfinity here at my connection. I don't know what they're doing to the system, but apparently they're doing some kind of upgrades and stuff like that. I go through this on a daily basis, and I have to deal with this. So it just, you have to bear with me as far as the view is concerned. It doesn't always work out the best, but like I said, it is what it is. Like I said, this video, I did this before, and I didn't like the way it sounded and stuff like that, so I thought I would redo it. And so what I've decided on the videos here is to basically stop with the scheduling altogether. I know you guys probably thinking, well, you did this before. Well, yeah, I did. But I think I'm going to stick with it this time because I get to the point where I don't enjoy making videos, and just for the sake of making videos, just so you guys can have something to watch or whatever. And not that I do that for that. I usually do it for myself, and that's the whole thing. When you get away from doing it for yourself, you know, it doesn't is not as fun. In other words, you start doing it for other people, and you know, it loses its pizzazz, I guess is what I'm saying. So this will probably be the last Friday video. Well, I won't say the last Friday video, but the last scheduled Friday video. And I don't even know if I'll do this once a week. I've noticed a lot of people, you know, that I used to watch, and I still do watch, but they don't adhere to any regular schedule at all. They just post a video when they feel like it, and maybe that's the best way to be. I don't know, and that's probably what I'm going to do. Like I said, it just seems to be that's the way YouTube is going. Now there are some big channels, Vice Grip Garage, you know, people like that, Puddin's Fab Shop. Those guys adhere to a schedule, and that's because they're getting paid to do that. Their revenue stream from YouTube is such that they can afford to do that, and that's their choice as far as the way they support themselves. And I understand that, and I appreciate the content to watch. And even those are getting a little old. I mean, I like Derek and all, but how many times can you watch him go to some faraway place and drive a car back, you know, and even if it doesn't or does make it, you know, it just, I don't know, it's just not that interesting anymore. I don't know, I kind of like the guys that do different things once in a while, and I know he does do different things. I mean, that's not the only thing he does. And even Puddin, you know, he's working on the same old stuff. I don't know, it just, I guess it's just me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but anyway, I thought I would make this video and tell everybody that I'm pretty much through with the regularly scheduled videos. The last one I did on the Magnavox, I'm not saying it doesn't get a lot of views. It gets quite a few views, but the comments fall off. You can always tell when people are kind of getting bored with your content because the comments fall off. And again, the views, you know, I still have a lot of views, but you know, if nobody talks about it, it means they don't have nothing new to say about it. I mean, it's the same old, same old. So, like I said, I think we're going to stop doing that. And that doesn't mean I'm going to stop making videos, but I don't want to make any more scheduled videos. I don't enjoy that. So, plus I've got the business to think about. Bob and I, you all know Bob. We've got that going pretty good now, and we want to keep that up. And I enjoy doing that. And again, I do what I enjoy because, like I say, I am retired, and that's what my life is, doing things I enjoy doing. I don't have the money to go out and travel and things like that, but at the same time, I don't know that I would enjoy it all that much anyway. So, I do what I do, and that's what I do. Does that explain it? Just like last night, now I've been looking for a database program for our business to track orders. Now, up until this point, I've been using Google Sheets online to track our orders, and that's okay, but it's not optimal. And you know, we've been doing this since March of earlier this year, and you do it that way for this long, and you find out things about, you know, if it's the right program to use or whatever, and it's not. So I've been working on that, trying to get that straightened out, and I've come up with a pretty good little database. that I think may work out. I'm going to try to put all the data in from the spreadsheet today and get with Bob and see what he thinks about it. He's out doing something. I don't know what he's doing. Something. Helping somebody with something. But anyway, he's doing that. I'm doing this. So anyway, like I said, I thought we would do this, and then again, the Magnavox again, it's kind of kicking my butt. Of course, the little bastard is too. But like I said, it is what it is, and I will eventually get there. It's just, I was telling Bob last night or yesterday that I want to get more into stuff like that, back into that hybrid radio that I wanted to build. I want to get back into that, but there's, to me, no need to do it on a schedule, and I think that's probably part of my problem. I try to adhere to that video schedule, and that kind of messes up everything else I want to do. In other words, I think what I'm going to do is basically do what I want to do. This is a complicated thing. And then if I feel like making a video about it, I'll make a video. And I think that would be more interesting than if I just make a video to make a video to have something to put up on YouTube. I think that's my thought anyway. And even stuff like this, I enjoy doing this. Once in a while, I just feel like sitting down in my chair, eating some noodles, watching some planes fly, or some ocean come in your front door, whatever the case may be, and do a little flapping. Nothing wrong with that, I don't think. But I tried to find something a little bit different to watch while we're doing it. This has seemed to be pretty interesting to watch. It was kind of funny when I first started watching this a long time, when I first did the first take of this video. The only thing they were showing was the runway. And it was just a static camera of the runway. And every once in a while you'd see a plane go by, or a security vehicle or something like that. And I said something about, well, this is getting boring. And as soon as I said that, the view switched to, going all over, following planes and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, oh, they must have heard me. But like I said, the guys that do a virtual railfan, I don't know if it's the same people that do this or not, but they've got a little blurb in their description down below that talks about virtual railfan. And so... searching the sky for a plane. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's just sky. Also thought about doing this in the car today. But, I get to a point where I just don't feel like getting out and doing things. This is not summer anymore. It's like Bill says, 2 seasons, summer and winter, and that's it. And there's a plane. They found one coming in for a landing, I bet. At least he's got his landing gear down. I think this is the Southwest hub in Chicago. I believe that's what they said in the description. So Southwest sure has some brightly painted planes, I know that. People that are retired, a lot of people, they do some traveling. Now, I would do that too if I could afford it. Not that I'm upset about that. I don't mind taking a trip every once in a while. In fact, I enjoy it, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to do it a lot. I have never flown, for those who don't know that. So, kind of one of the things on my bucket list I kind of like to, but at the same time, it's not gonna kill me one way or the other. That's kind of That's kind of a weird statement, isn't it? But like I say, it's not going to make my day or not make my day. I don't think. Uh, I'm perfectly happy to watch planes flying. See them come in and come out and stuff like that. That's perfectly fine with me. That's close enough to it. So, but other things going on. Like I said, I was going to do this in the car, but again, it's just when I got up this morning, it was too cold. And even though it's a nice, sunny, beautiful day out there, I just didn't feel like. And the car would be warm. The car is always warm in the sun. You guys know how cars are. So it would have been okay to go out and do a little driving and flapping. And so, like I say, that was one of the things. And that's another thing. Some of the videos that I do coming up, as far as they're not going to be about any certain thing. I'm going to try to keep the main focus on DERB, on electronics. But again, I do plan on doing more on the Moslack channel, and probably the flaps will stay on DERB because I just always have flaps from here, and I think that's the way to do it. So anyway, I think what I'm going to do is get off here and probably go work on that database more. Like I say, I stayed up till midnight last night working on that, and I think I've got it lined out as far as the fields and the stuff like that, how I want it, and I've also got the input. Let me show you that real quick just to show you what it looks like. Hang on a second. Alright, well now you can see, I have it up on the screen. You can see there's our fields. I've got it laid out like I want it. I think like I want it anyway. Basically, name, first, last, email, address, street address, other address, that's for apartment numbers, any other kind of thing you want in there, city, state, or province, and postal code. And then lastly, you have a country, and then the ones in red have to be filled in, and they're the necessary ones that have to be done. Down below that, we've got the kit code. I have tried to come up with like a 3 or 4 letter code to identify our kits, so we can track those a little bit better once we get into more. Date and time of the order. That should be obvious. Amount paid after fees. That's again obvious. And the transaction number. Now, if you're dealing with PayPal, they have a transaction number, and that's why I put it in there. Or if there's any other kind of situation we deal with. I'm trying to make this cover things down the road. Although this program seems to be that you can pretty much adjust it to whatever you need it to be. So that's one of the reasons I kind of like it. Down below that, we have acknowledgement email. In other words, when you pay, anybody that's ordered knows this, but when you order a kit from us, I send out an email acknowledging that fact and give you a link to the documentation for the kit, and advise you that you will get another email when the kit has shipped, and with a tracking number, and that's the other 2 dates here. That's the date it's shipped, and that is the tracking number. So at the end there, and the last one is a memo or note. That I kind of just added that for whatever, if we need that. But that's basically the thing that the spreadsheet did, and let me show you that real quick. Like I say, I've got to get back to that. I want to get back to, this is at Stream Time Live. I'm not sure. I don't think that was live though. Oh, there it is now. But they have quite a few different ones, and if you go to their site, it shows you what ones they have. Here's the airport that we were looking at. So, anywho, like I said, the business part. This must be. Yeah, it's gotten back up high again. I don't know how I got up high. But the business part, I want to get that going and get that all situated, because I don't want next year to go as haphazardly as this year has went. And so, like I said, that's that. And I'm flapping to hear myself flap now, I think. Let me get off of here and get something done as we look at the view of the... is that the Sears Tower? Kind of looks like the Sears Tower to me. I don't know if that's what they call it anymore, but same thing. All right, let me get off here. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we certainly do appreciate you watching and commenting and everything else that goes along with that. So you guys have a great day. We'll see you. Talk to you later.